Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're back over on the YouTube account and we're going to be running your absolute favorite thing within AFK Arena, which is the Ghoulish Gallery. I know there are so many players that absolutely love this game mode, love the RNG that we have in here, the ability to not only not get the collections that you want to get, but overall just burn a bunch of mystic totems for pretty much nothing that you can get in here. But overall, there are a few collections that we want to focus on, and today is going to be about the Luminous Flight. Now, we know this is Tassie's collection. Big thing with this is a majority of these collections, looking at the build and thinking of our support heroes, don't really require us to have the higher level in here. So looking at what we have with our totems, again, I don't have a lot of the totems, really energy recovery. I don't have, as you can see, the level, the miracle worker. But what I want to get out of here is getting to the point of building out some of these collections and trying to build out some of these collections for these heroes, really focusing on the big thing in here is getting them built up to a point where, again, it doesn't require the miracle worker. It doesn't require getting the higher level, but to unlock a multitude of these. Now, this happens through using these totems right here. So when you're going in here and you are using legendary totems, that is what unlocks essentially the hero slots that we have on the rest of our collections. Now, again, it's pretty imperative to do so. I want to go in here and try to build out a collection, and I want to focus on defense. Now, there's a bunch of different ways that we can do this. We're looking at defense. Now, this, of course, is a collection that is very specific to one hero and one hero that it does work incredibly well with. That, of course, is Misha. Now, Misha needs a defensive collection, meaning anything you can do to put defense in here, even down here looking at these, if we want to throw in another defense in here, anything that we can get and anything that we can utilize in here to actually build up defense. And I don't think the tank relic is going to make a big difference. I know additional replica, I don't think that's one to build. And of course, ideally, building this one out with the final ascent, again, attack, health, and defense would be huge, but unfortunately you can see I don't have any of those. So we have double defense in here, and I'm going to go ahead and throw this one in, see if we can get some additional relics out of here. And ultimately, even though we're going in for defense, this is going to, again, use two of our totems within this collection, meaning we're going to have the ability to get two closer to unlocking the next slot. And I want to look at it after this. So let's go ahead and start exploring in here. Now for this, guys, there is our card. Now this, as you can see, we have two of these cards already, which means if we could use these cards in conjunction, we could go ahead and get two very strong defensive skills in there, which would be pretty cool. So through here, we're not going to summon. We are going to quick explore. This means we're going to auto battle this. Now, even if you're coming in here and going through and really just throwing all of this kind of to the garbage, you can still recycle these. So we're looking again at defense. We want to try to focus on and want to build out defense. And of course, we're pretty lucky. We got a full defense, but we want a straight up defense. There's some tenacity. We got erosion, full erosion. So it doesn't look like we're seeing much defense as it sits right now. Let's go with the full erosion because, again, we know what we're looking to build. The last three collections we built were erosion and a just crazy amount of erosion. So we'll continue just kind of building it up. Again, looking for defense. Unfortunately, not there. Boom, we are level 8. Gives us a heal, which doesn't make a big difference. Heal, 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 attack, HP, HP, insight. Not a big collection right there. Again, trying to build out defense. Now, custom ritual. We could do a bunch of heals. We could do a couple attacks. But again, looking in here, it seems like this is going to be a garbage. Now, there's tenacity. Again, zero defense. Even though we ran two relics in here that are defensive, I don't think we have not one single defense in here as of yet. We have a full defense right there. But when we start looking at the collection, getting the ability or building out the ability to do a swap and getting defense in here, again, this is why so many players do not like and really do dislike running this game mode. There's a defense. We got a defense. We got one. And again, swapping ritual. Let's go ahead and do. And again, we don't have any mythic in here. We can swap a defense. We can get it to orange. But still, we do not have. There's a full buffer in there with our guardian. Full buffer, buffer. Crit damage amplification. Refresh again. Looking for the defense, looking for more of the defense. Let's go ahead and refresh a buffer. Gives us another buffer. buffer, full attack, buffer, buffer. Now, full attack I'll take, but again, looking at where we are right here, we get an attack and we get an HP. So thinking of the defense aspect we got in here, we picked up an attack and an HP. So again, this really isn't going to make that much of a difference if we go in and we kind of build it up. Insight can be okay. Attack would be the other one. We have a full attack in here, but even at this level, not really going to be worth doing the full attack. And then, of course, looking here, we have an HP, which again, not really too worried about that. We're looking at the defense, which again, this isn't really one that we're going to build out. This is probably one that is just going to be because buffer in here. And again, thinking of our list and thinking of our tier list, not a lot of buffer even through here. We don't have any energy recovery, so we can go ahead and drop. Again, we have 2 buffers in here. We could do 3. We have full defense. Let's go defense. You know what? We were trying to build out a defense, and maybe next time we'll get a little bit luckier with our defense, because that's it, guys. We'll drop our mythic ability. This isn't even going to give us enough, which is kind of garbage because we only have 2. So when we etch a rate here for collections with 3 or more, you can recast the ability later. Because this one only has 2, then we can just go ahead and get rid of this one in its entirety. So again, this is another point where we use our defensive relics. We use a lot of those in here, and unfortunately, we don't get anything out of the bizarre totems. But like I was saying earlier with the collections, is going in here and building these out is giving us the ability to actually unlock this next slot. You can see 10 more legendary bizarre totems is going to allow us essentially to unlock this a little bit further, really giving us the ability. And of course, within here, if we had the ability to recast a lot of these at a cheaper cost, I would absolutely love it, 100,000%. But it is so very expensive to recast anything within here. It's not even worth it. Even looking here at the crit, I mean, even the regular collections, guys, even looking at these collections themselves, I know we've tried to build out a couple of our defensive collections. Full attack, there's full defense. Again, thinking of trying to build these out a little bit further and getting exactly what you need in here. It's near impossible to do unless you are literally just building a collection and then, of course, just going in here and building whatever else you need. Now, there are a few other collections that are kind of a one-off. Now, we do have most of those, honestly, looking at a lot of the mage collections, some of the Cursed Realm, some of the priorities in here, looking even like crowd control. When we think of Amelia, when we think of Hilduin, when we think of Matria, we can build a few others in here, just kind of playing around with it. So even thinking of a Mahira collection specifically for and building this out. They focus on a couple blue collections, which we could look in here. They actually use these 3 right in a row, so we can actually drop this one out. Now, of course, this isn't going to give us the ability to build this collection any higher, but we are looking for insight. We are looking for proficiency, attack, and magical pierce in here. So it's going to be funny if we go in here and build something with essentially green or the blue relics, and we get exactly what we're looking for. Now, again, we're looking for insight, and we're looking for proficiency. So let's reset this one. There is the insight. So that is what we're looking for. And it gives us an ability. So there we go. So we got full buffer out of there. Look at all the greens, guys. Holy cow. We got an attack in there. So the big thing with this is when you're going in and you're building these and you're getting a full attack, you're getting the attack. These, if you have them and if you have them unlocked, or even there's the tenacity, the insight, you can swap them for other ones. That is the big thing when it comes in here, is you actually have the ability to swap these into essentially other parts, making it really effective if you're building these out. Now, of course, looking in here, again, we want some higher insight. Let's go ahead and level this up. Gives us armor instead of insight. Again, completely garbage. We have defense, we have attack. Replica really defense, because that's the only one that we're really looking at. If we get attack, that again is going to be just a very low blue attack in there. Insight, and again, we're getting the ones that we need. So even defense, again, looking at proficiency, looking at insight in here, we could swap out some insight. Going to give us an orange insight. And of course, this is going to be just kind of, there's some dissolve, but look at that. Attack, erosion, HP. Again, we get more insight out of here. Now, I know they're not mythic, which again, we didn't use. Ooh, let's upgrade. Let's upgrade. We want the insight. We got some attack. Again, looking at this. Magical Pierce would be nice. Um, let's see. So our first and only mythic ability is going to be full buffer. Now at this point, level 10, I wish they did a swap. When we quick explore, when this is completed, that is the point. We don't need the refresh. We need a swap at the end. So at least, and again, that goes to buffer, that we have the ability, essentially there's a full buffer too. But right now, at the end of this, if they gave us a swap, we could have the ability to build this out essentially how we wanted to. And it's funny to think, so we used 3 rare bizarre totems. We got 2 mythic abilities. Through the other collection we used with 2 of our legendary totems, we did only get 2 mythic abilities in here. So again, it's kind of garbage. And then of course we get some extra ones at the end. So again, thinking of the priority in here, stat number 1, we are looking for insight, which again, we could go, what, we have some erosion. Nope, we're going insight in here. Insight in here, we could do insight. We could do insight again. Insight and really proficiency are the ones we're looking at, but even looking at our purple and looking at our blue, we don't have any. Our proficiency is way down there. So it's just going to be overcharging with our insight in here. And then again, looking at the attack, looking at the magical pierce, we have full, and again, talk about some defensive garbage. We got buffer and full buffer out of here. But even looking at armor, we have dissolve in here, which again, we're not using. We have some defense down here, full buffer, which again, none of these we're using. It's so much, it's so much garbage in here just to get some of these out. And again, those are the 2 that we got out of here. It's kind of silly. We have some erosion. We can get some attack in here. We have at least a little bit, but again, it doesn't seem like, and again, this is another collection. Because we don't have more than 3 abilities, we cannot build it out in its entirety. So we're kind of stuck there. Even for the rare, I think that's all the rare ones we got. You know what? We can even throw in, let's see what this is. So 3 random abilities. We could get some more attack in there. This one is a random ability every 3 floors. This one, of course, additional random ability of the same tier. I don't know if I want to go in here and burn another one, but we have a lot of Dark Rage. As you can see, the Magical Pierce, we do have a lot of Dark Rage in there. We could build another one out of here from Mahira's collection, just utilizing a Dark Rage. You know what? Let's do one. Let's do one and see what we get. Let's see if it comes out, because we've gotten 2 and 2. So again, we'll just look to build whatever we can. So we got armor, crit damage resistance. That does give us a purple one right there. Again, some blues and some purple. Again, not really armors, not really worth anything. There's not tenacity. Blue, full attack. What do we got? Life leech. And again, it seems like this is going to be another collection. Damage resistance right there. Captivating wings. Again, nothing in here. Let's refresh the buffer. Because again, we're looking for insight. We're looking for full HP due to the effect. We have a full attack right there. Refresh, erosion, damage resistance. Let's go full HP for a reset. They are really locking us down with very, very low abilities. There's a damage resist. So there is a mythic ability. And of course, we got blues in there with purples with a couple oranges, which again, looking at what we're, so damage resistance, let's reset this. Back to erosion. Guys, we've gotten so much erosion. This is kind of silly. That's the end of it. So we got one for erosion. And of course, that's because we did use the mythic ability in there. So we did get 1, and that's it. I'm going to recycle this. Not even worth it to go ahead and try. So again, we're getting a little bit closer with these. Again, it just seems like a lot of these collections, and even going through some of the original collections, I mean, looking at this, guys, these are ones just to really sell. Now, I am hoping at some point that the selling of these is not going to yield diamonds. It's actually going to yield us the ability to get some more of the resources to reset some of these collections. It really, really would make a difference. And again, most of these are just really early builds, but a lot of it is just pure garbage. But again, looking at modifying these, getting to the point of using more of these bizarre totems to actually be able to burn these down very, very fast. making a big difference on how much we can build in here and how stacked these collections are going to be. So, all right, guys, so that's going to do it for today's garbage video with the collections. Hopefully we can get some more in the reset, but let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.